Okay. You want to start? Because I always start. You start.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Gaela. And we're best friends.
And today we're going to ask each other a bunch of questions.
About being best friends.
Yeah.
For over a decade.
Has it been a decade? Has it really been a decade?
12 or 13 years.
That's a long time to be friends with somebody.
It's a long time to put up with your ass.
I know. You too. What you talking about? So some of the questions I pulled, because I pulled all these questions, are about us, and some of them are just about us individually. You know, so.
Because we don't have identities outside of our friendship.
By the way, Gaela's dog is staring at us through the door, and it's kind of sad.
For just 50 cents a day, you can help a dog like Priscilla.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, tell me about your best friend.
My best friend is amazing, and you can't have her. She's mine. Find your own.
It's kind of rude.
Too bad. That's what I came into in this friendship.
She's been very possessive from the beginning.
I had to fight off some possessive people.
Yeah, well, my friend Rachel was not too excited about Gaela because she was so possessive of me when she first met me.
I decided on Victoria.
Yeah, so we'll tell that because that's the next question. So, Gaela is a very kind and loving person.
As long as I'm not hungry.
Yeah, unless she's very hungry. If she gets, and hangry is an understatement. She turns into a psycho. I've never seen her so angry. So, don't take this chick's food.
Bring snacks.
She always remembers snacks. I always forget the snacks, and she's always in mom mode, so.
Snacks are key.
Yeah, and I'm vegan, so she tries really hard to make sure she has options for me when we do events, so that's nice.
Like a banana.
So, she's very thoughtful, and she is a mother of two and a third on the way. He'll be here within the next 3 weeks. Hopefully she doesn't give birth today while we're on this couch, because that would be very awkward. And I've never delivered a baby, and I get grossed out very easily.
I've never delivered a baby. I've just been the workhorse.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have more experience. I don't have experience in that.
I have handlers.
Okay, so this is a good story. How did we meet? So in 2007, I started this roller derby league. I was participating in roller derby in Dayton, Ohio, where I lived, where my husband's from, and I was moving back to Mississippi. So I started this league, the Mississippi Roller Girls, first league in the state of Mississippi, and my aunt got sick with cancer, who I was very close to, so I left and was taking care of her. And in the meantime, this one joined the league. So I was asked by the league to come back and announce at one of the derby bouts. And so I came to a practice, and I showed up at practice, and this chick comes up to me and she was so nice. She's like, "Hi, welcome. My name's Ginger Dodgers," because we always talked, introduced ourselves by our derby names. And she said, "Who are you?" And I told her, and after that, I think she had little hearts in her eyes. So next we went to a roller derby party. And by the way, I was very intoxicated. I do not remember much of the night. But Gaela sat there and talked to me all night. And we bonded over Marilyn Monroe. What else did we talk about? Because I don't remember.
Vintage stuff, antiques. I was just so excited to meet somebody that liked things like that.
Yeah.
I've never met anybody that liked older things or stuff from the 50s at all. Like, I was so isolated in all of that. I was so excited.
And we're both very into mid-century modern. So anyway, I don't remember most of the conversation. And the next time I see Gaela, we went to a show in Mobile to see some bands play. And she came with her then boyfriend and immediately comes up to me. I'm sitting at a table with my dear friend Rachel, who you'll see in a lot of these videos and pictures for Super Geeked. and another friend of ours, and she doesn't even talk to anybody else. Gaela goes straight up and introduces me to her friend and said, "This is Victoria, my soulmate."
It's funny because now Rachel is my dear friend.
Yes, yeah, but she was...
all this time later.
I think Rachel was a little offended, that she was calling me, who was Rachel's good friend, her soulmate, and you didn't say crap about her. And then you said Ronan was hip, who was sitting at our table. Rachel's like, what about me? Oh, poor Rachel. But, so that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, when you came to practice, I asked you if you were new. And it's because I was the only new person for a solid 6 months. So I had 6 months of getting beat up by those other girls who had already been playing for about half a year before. And they already knew what they were doing. And I could skate, but I wasn't very good at hitting or even defending myself very well. So I spent a lot of time on the floor during that 6 months, and I was so excited for another new
yay,
person.
A new punching bag.
Yeah, someone to take the heat off of me a little bit.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's our favorite memory together?
Oh, gosh. So many.
Yeah, we have a lot of inside jokes.
For sure. One of my favorite memories is when we went dumpster diving in this very neighborhood that I ended up buying a house in and reading Craigslist personals.
Oh, that's funny.
And listening to Culture Club.
Yeah, you should really, if you get a chance, go on Craigslist and look up misconnections, because they are creepy and funny. And I mean, we spent hours like laughing, just driving around and trying to find stuff on the side of the road.
Well, one of our favorite things to do is drive around and just look at houses, particularly mid-century ones. And there's several in this neighborhood, so we were driving around, and everyone happened to have their trash out, so we were looking for stuff in the trash, as we do.
Yes.
And I was reading the misconnections out loud while Victoria was driving. She always drives.
Yeah, I like to drive.
I don't.
My husband will tell you that I want to drive all the time. I've had to give up the reins a little bit since we've gotten older. It's a control thing. I'm a bit of a control freak. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I am too. It's a wonder we've managed. I guess certain things like driving, you can drive, I don't care.
I think we've just learned to accept each other. So one of my favorite memories is, I don't know how this always happens, but so Gail and I like to be at the beach a lot. And one day we decided we were going to go to the beach. Nobody goes to the beach in Biloxi, especially if you're from here. I mean, tourists go when they come in town, but I don't know. We decided we were. Well, it's not like Florida. When you walk out, it doesn't get deeper. It just stays shallow.
Also, the water is brown.
Yeah. So anyway, we were on our knees and just having a good old time. I think probably drinking rum.
Mm-hmm.
And Gaela screamed. I saw a fish jump out of the water, which is actually what they call Biloxi bacon. It's a mullet, and they jump out of the water. So I thought the fish had just jumped between us. But what had actually happened is the fish had jumped out of the water and smacked her in the forehead. And she's like, that fish just hit me.
No, I thought you hit me.
That's
I thought
even
you
worse.
reached out and smacked me in my head.
I have lived here all my life except for when I was in Ohio for a few years, and I have never seen a mullet jump out of the water and smack somebody. And then we went to Pensacola to the beach, because we always go to the beach. And she had a shark swim into her. Granted, it was a baby shark, but the dude ran straight into her. It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
In her lady bits too, which is kind of weird. But those are some of my favorite memories. Going to the beach and waiting on what we call the sea bus.
We used to just go sit at the beach a lot too.
Yeah. We'd
That
eat
was
breakfast.
always my thoughtful place. Like if I was upset or anything, I could always just go sit at the beach. So it makes sense that we would go there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember getting breakfast and the seagulls trying to steal our breakfast, and I yelled at them.
Breakfast makes it sound classy. We got a bunch of gas station food.
Yeah. I think we had donuts and chips.
You had Funyuns.
Oh, always had Funyuns.
And I had the little white powdered donuts.
Yeah.
Our gas station fare.
So we had to yell at the seagulls.
So yeah, we eat gas station food and hang out at the Biloxi beach because we're classy.
Oh gosh. Describe each other in one word.
Magical.
Yeah, fantastic. Are you describing me or am I? we describing ourselves?
Friendship is magic, Victoria.
It is. Okay, what's your dream job?
Ooh, I would love to design toys.
Ooh.
If I could do anything. I'm not very good at drawing, and apparently you have to have some kind of artistic ability to do that.
I just got an idea. We could be like a toy making team.
Mm-hmm.
You come up with the concept and I'll draw it.
I am an ideas girl.
Because I would like to be a professional artist. I mean, that's what I do. So maybe we could do this and make lots of money.
That would be great.
Yeah. I'd have to do some research. I don't know much about toy design, but we could do it. What is something that annoys you about the other person? I know what annoyed you this morning. I was late.
Oh, no, that was fine. When you get it in your head that we're going to do something, you go like full force. Like I'll get a random text message like, hey, we're doing this event on such and such day. Bring this, this, and this. And I'm just like, whoa, oh, okay.
I've had to rein that in. Because one time Gaela told me I was pushy. And I'm also very sensitive, so I think I started crying. And I asked my mom, and she's like, yeah, you get that from me. So she just basically told me I was pushy. But not to worry, it came
Thanks,
from
Mom.
her. Yeah. All my bad qualities come from my mother.
No, it's just because it's so random. Like,
it is.
Out of nowhere, it's like, hammer.
Yeah, well, it is. And I get excited, and I'm kind of bossy.
But you know what? When I think about it, I'm the same way. Like, I'll get like a random whim, and then it's just like, go, go, go. And everybody else is like, what?
I think for me, the thing that's hard sometimes is Gaela is very blunt. She'll just tell you. You know, if I'm like, oh, I'm going to come over, she's like, no. And then sometimes I'm so sensitive, I'll just cry. Because that's what happens. So those aren't bad qualities. They're just things we have to work around. We all have quirks.
Maybe that's why I don't have more friends, because I'm just mean.
You're not mean.
Don't come over.
You're not mean. It's blunt, and it's good, because you don't pussyfoot around stuff. You just say it.
Boundaries are important.
I respect that. You know, I'd rather you just tell me than like be like miserable, because you don't
have
hide
you over
that.
and like be angry at you the whole time.
Yeah, because you don't hide your emotions very well. So
I have no poker face at all.
Yeah. If you could go anywhere in the world together, where would we go?
Ooh.
That's hard, because I really feel like anything we do would be fun.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I've thought about road trips we could take. I'd like to maybe go to Posh Fest one year. We can get the dudes to watch the kids.
Palm Springs.
Oh
sure.
my gosh.
That would be our scene. Or Nashville, I think, would be another good one.
Yeah. I definitely think Palm Springs, we need to put this into the works. I was talking about that the other day, because something else is in Palm Springs, and we could go to the what's the desert,
the Salton Sea.
the Salton Sea. We could go to the Salton Sea
and smell all the dead fish.
Yeah, well, but before it's all gone, it's like starting to deteriorate like significantly. So we could go to Palm Springs, the Salton Sea, and there's other fun stuff out there.
We've talked about doing a road trip on Route 66.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we might kill each other. That's a long drive.
Mm-hmm. I really want to stay in a wigwam hotel.
Me too. Me too.
And at the Shady Dell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got pictures of the Shady Dell. Like,
we could do this all day.
Yeah. There's a lot of places.
Rattling off all the stuff we want to do. As far as like international, I've always wanted to go to Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Paris. I would really like to see Versailles.
Can somebody give us money to go on some trips and watch our kids? We need babysitters.
Mm-hmm. Just a windfall of money to cover all of that.
Yeah.
Would be great.
We'd appreciate that. Okay. What's your favorite inside joke?
I actually kind of stole it because it's you and Amanda's thing, but ow.
I'm all about the, I don't even want to explain what that is. My favorite is the sea bus. I think that always makes me happy because I drive down the beach and I see they have little benches set up for people just to rest when they're walking or running on the beach. And we always said that was the sea bus stop. So it makes me smile when I drive past it to see it. So
when they added those, that's what we came up with, the sea bus.
Yeah, that's the sea bus.
Also, Hank Jr. is the Admiral, Bocephus, Admiral of the Sea Bus.
I'm pretty sure we were drunk when we came up with that one.
Probably so.
What's your favorite holiday?
Oh, Halloween for sure.
Yeah. Mine's Christmas. And I could have guessed both of those.
Christmas is second for
Yeah.
me.
Halloween's second for me, too.
And Easter. But it's because of the decorations. I sound like the worst Christian ever.
Yeah, we were talking about that, about how our houses just could be Easter all year.
Pastel.
Hello. We love pastel. I mean, look at our hair. By the way, we're switching hair colors. Eventually, after she has this baby, and I'm slowly letting the pink come out, she's going to go pink and I'm going to go lavender. So you'll see a little switcheroo. What's it like being best friends with someone who's obsessed with YouTube? I didn't come up with that question, but I thought it was funny because it's true.
Riddle me this. Same for you.
Yeah, I know. We both, that's like part of our, work is that we watch other YouTubers and check out what they're doing, see what they're into, see what the youngins are into. It helps with our Poshmark business because we see different fashion that's coming out. We live in a very small area, so fashion is very southern and uptight and preppy, and we don't get to see a lot of interesting, cool things just in our area. So it's neat to be able to get on YouTube and see all over the world, like what other people are doing.
Yeah, and I guess it's been a couple of years now. I watch YouTube more than I watch television.
Me too.
There's not much I care to watch on television or even movies. So I spend most of my time watching YouTube. And a couple of the booktubers I watch have said this, that they have like very specific taste and there's no one around them really that likes the same things. And I mean, that's how we became friends. And that's how I choose a lot of the content that I watch. Is this something that I'm interested in as well, that I don't get to really talk to anybody about a lot of times? So
yeah, it's like I try to explain to my grandparents, because they're in their late 80s, about the internet and how, we could open a brick and mortar store to sell the same things we're selling on Poshmark, but we're only going to reach the people who come into our store. Whereas if you use the internet as a tool, you reach millions of people who, now have access to what you're selling, to what you're offering, to, your videos that you're putting out there. And it's just a whole new game, because anybody can do it.
Niche marketing.
Yeah. So it's very cool. So who cares if we're obsessed with YouTube? It's amazing.
Also, if you want to buy us yearly subscriptions to YouTube Premium.
Oh, good idea. You're just like Oliver trying to solicit free stuff.
Subscribe to our Patreon. Just kidding. Our premium Snapchat.
Yeah, we need 100 subscribers so that we can
monetize.
Yeah, we can't monetize yet because we don't have 100 subscribers.
So click that subscribe button below.
Yeah, so all you people who keep telling me that you're watching the videos and how fun they are, hit subscribe
and the
set
bell
yourself
for
up
notifications.
a YouTube account, and hit the bell because you'll get to ring a ding ding know when something's going on.
Ring a ding ding.
Heels or flats?
Flats for sure.
Yeah, flats. My husband's shorter than me, so I haven't worn heels in 15 years.
Are you 5'8"?
Yep, 5'8.5".
I'm 5'8". Or I was. I might have shrank a little.
That's possible. It happens.
But you got to think, if we wear 4-inch heels, we're
I know,
6 feet tall. So.
My arm is on Josh's shoulder, so I'm like, hey, Sasquatch here with my little dude.
Also, they hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt my feet.
Well, and people who wear heels, like, for years and years have back problems, so maybe we're avoiding back problems.
Comfort.
Yeah. We'll take heels. I mean,
also,
flats any day.
Easier to run from the zombies. I'm just saying. It could happen.
This is an easy question. Comedy, horror, or chick flick?
Comedy or horror? It would be a tie, I think.
Really?
It depends on what type of horror.
Oh, I'm just all
I don't
horror.
like gore. I don't like things where things happen to kids. You know that. That's like,
Ever since I had children, though, like, I cry when things happen to the kids.
That's what does it.
Like when Georgie...
I didn't care before.
When Georgie, when Pennywise...
Oh, I know.
I cried because I thought about my kids. Like, if one of them got, eaten by a clown, I'd be sad for the other one because then he'd miss his best friend.
Mm-hmm. When you become a parent, that's your biggest fear. And Stephen King knows that, and he exploits it in his books.
Then why do you read them?
I can't stop.
I would say definitely horror movies. I really like old, like campy horror.
Or even like silver screen horror.
Yeah, and I like B movies too. I like old sci-fi. You know, anything that's like a giant ant, or a blob, or weird stuff.
Like Matinee. Gosh, does anybody remember Matinee? Good movie.
Yeah, so mine's vintage or old sci-fi and B movies and horror movies, definitely. Yeah. But I do watch chick flicks too.
I don't like anything wholesome, heartwarming, fluffy.
I think it's because I'm an empath and I like to cry. So anything that makes me cry. I don't know, this is a hard question. What's something weird you eat?
Oh, you introduced me to seaweed salad.
I don't think that's weird though.
Considering I didn't eat fruits or vegetables during that time.
Yeah.
Or prior to that, my whole life.
Gaela doesn't like vegetables.
Not
I'm
really.
vegan, which is so funny. I think like the weirdest thing I ate was just every place I went in France, I ate escargot. I guess snails are kind of weird. And I really liked it.
I do like calamari, like fried calamari. I won't eat octopus though. I know it sounds weird, but I think they're like super smart and I don't want to eat them.
You should feel like that about all animals.
I should. But I just can't.
The next question I can answer very easily. Do you have anything matching?
I think the harder question is, do we have anything not matching?
Even if it doesn't match, everything goes together because we are obsessed with pastels.
And black and white.
And black and white. Well, black and white makes everything pop, so. What's your favorite TV show?
I really like The Big Bang Theory, and it just recently ended. So I have a void in my life. And then the old standbys on Netflix, The Office and Friends. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Not much of a TV watcher.
I like Dexter.
Pushing Daisies was a good one.
I like The Walking Dead.
Mad Men.
Mad Men. Oh, Mad Men.
R.I.P.
Yes. I love Mad Men. Would you get a tattoo for me? I didn't write this question. I really didn't.
I already did.
I owe you.
Mine's tiny though. It's just a little peak V right in the middle of my boomerang here.
Yeah. So.
People probably wouldn't know otherwise.
Yeah, but I know. This is our last question.
The last question.
What is your favorite thing about me?
I can't pick. I love you so much.
Aw. That is so sweet. I know I'm pretty amazing. Just kidding. Are you gonna cry?
I might.
Oh my goodness. Is that how we're ending this video? Don't, because I'll start crying.
Okay.
I think we were just meant to be best friends.
Soulmates.
Yeah. Just like anybody else, like, sometimes our personalities clash because we're different people, but there's so much I appreciate about Gaela.
You better stop or we are gonna cry.
She's a very good person. She's loving and giving. And actually, my favorite thing about you is that you listen and you remember things. And a lot of times we'll be having a conversation and she'll surprise me because she'll remember something I said or somebody's name or something I was talking about. And it's just very touching because I don't always listen. Not to you, but to anybody, you know? So it surprises me every time she does it because I'm like, oh, she was listening. So it's very sweet.
And as a mom, you get really good at tuning people out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that says a lot.
Yeah.
Because I miss a lot of vital information.
So is there anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for watching this. If you've made it this far, we really appreciate you.
Yes.
We're going to have a lot of fun with the bloopers for this. Doot, 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 doot.
Our hair kind of matches. I wore my She-Ra sweatshirt for you.
By the power of Grayskull.
So, you know, I always say...
You got lipstick on your teeth.
Oh. I do like this background.
Mm-hmm. Take heart, they'll always be around.
I wonder if we could do this upside down.
Look at this face. It's the face of an angel.
That's my line for you.
Gotcha.
Don't be stealing my stuff. So now we've been recording for 40 minutes.
40 minutes of this. Yep, I need to go.
All right.
Let's pack it up.